Councillor, what's your reaction to the incident at the mayor's house last night?
You know what? Political life is very difficult for the families of politicians, and I think we need to take that in consideration. I think the mayor has been going through a lot of reporters and people around his house who's trying to protect his family from the media, from exposure. Now, there's different ways of doing it, and maybe he shouldn't have gotten as excited as he did. Maybe he could have approached the reporter in a different way. But I think we need to have a little bit more space between the lives of politicians' families and give them their privacy as well, I think.
So certainly at a minimum, I think there needs to be apology. I think perhaps now it's as well time for the mayor to get some anger management counseling. This was just purely over the top. I cannot conceive that in any way he thought his family was being threatened, especially when somebody said, I'm a reporter. He looked like a pretty innocent looking guy, a reporter to me, so I simply don't understand it. So I think the mayor was totally in the wrong. It was very inappropriate. He should at a minimum apologize and try to move on from there, but I do think the mayor just needs to get some counseling on how to handle these types of situations.
Well, you know, as far as I'm concerned, this is harassment, and I don't feel that this is journalism at all. I think enough is enough. To have star reporters, which they've done in the past, to follow him home, follow his family, follow him at the cottage. I think it's totally ridiculous, and they should stop doing it. And I mean, anybody would react if somebody's on your property taking pictures, which is far from where, you know, the site is, where the property is. I think that's harassment, and I think that they should be told and stop from doing that, because I don't agree with it at all. I think they're harassing him. And if somebody was harassing me, I think I would take some action.
What do you think the mayor should do?
Well, geez, at this point, I mean, it's like no stopping the Toronto Star. Like, they're so desperate for a story, they'll do anything. I think that they have to be told that, you know, that they can't harass, and whatever legal action has to be taken, I think should be taken.
Well, you know, I've held firm that politicians' families should be hands off to anybody, and anybody that's taking pictures of my family in my backyard, I think should answer those questions as opposed to perhaps the logic and the reasoning as to why they're there. That's first and foremost, in my opinion. If my children have someone flashing their camera at them in my backyard, the first thing I'm gonna think is it's a pedophile somewhere, and I'm gonna go after him just like the mayor perhaps did. So let's remember that. And are we in a state of paparazzi now in this city, adopting the United States way of dealing with media? I hope not. I hope that that's not the sense I'm getting in the city.